Dear students, today we are going to discuss about human digestive system. So, the process of digestion means it is the process of breakdown of large complex food molecules into its simpler form. Example, the breakdown of carbohydrate. Carbohydrate means it is a nutrient. So, the breakdown of large complex carbohydrate into its smaller ones or simpler form. That means this carbohydrate, during the process of digestion, these large molecules of carbohydrate that is converted into its simpler form. Simpler form means it converted into glucose. Simpler form, that is glucose. So it is a very simpler as well as soluble form. Then the fat molecule that is converted into simpler as well as soluble form like fatty acid and glycerol. So fats are converted into fatty acids and glycerol. Fatty acids and glycerol. Then another example, proteins. They are also large complex food material. So these proteins, complex food molecules of protein, it converted into simpler or smaller form like amino acids. So during the process of digestion, the large complex food material like carbohydrate, fat as well as protein, they converted into its simpler form or soluble form like glucose, that is very similar as well as soluble form, so which is easily absorbed by our body cells. Then the conversion of large molecules of fat or breakdown of fat into similar as well as its soluble form like fatty acids as well as glycerol. Then our body cells are able to absorb these fatty acids and glycerol very easily. Then third one, that is protein. So these proteins are converted into similar as well as soluble form like amino acids. So digestion must take place so that molecules will be small enough to pass through cell membrane. So that this large molecule, it should convert it into its simpler as well as soluble form. The digestive tract, or another name, that is alimentary canal. Digestive tract or alimentary canal. So it consists of different parts like mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and anus. So we can say that the human digestive system, it starts from mouth. So it starts from the mouth and it ends in anus. Human digestive system, it starts from mouth and it ends in anus, or it starts from one opening. One opening means that is the mouth. So intake of food that it takes place through the mouth and excretion process or the egestion of waste material that it takes place through another opening that is known as anus. So the first part of human digestive system, or that starts from mouth, it is the opening for intake of food. Then it leads to another part, that is pharynx. Then it leads to esophagus. Then it leads to stomach. Then small intestine, large intestine. Then the end part or the last part, that is anus. So we can say that human digestive system, it is a complete digestive system. Human digestive system is complete digestive system. Complete digestive system. Complete digestive system means this type of digestive system will have two openings. One opening that is for the intake of food and another opening that is for the expulsion of waste material. That means human digestive system, it starts from mouth and it ends in another opening that is anus. So we can say that human digestive system, that is complete digestive system. Then another one more type of digestive system also present in some lower level organism like that is known as incomplete digestive system. That is not complete, that is incomplete digestive system. Incomplete digestive system is they have only one opening or only single opening is present. Only single opening is present for the intake of the food. So only single opening is present, the anus is absent. That means mouth and anus, there is no separate part for intake of the food as well as for the expulsion of waste material. Such kind of digestive system is said to be incomplete digestive system. That means only single opening is present. for the intake of the food as well as for the expulsion of waste material. Expulsion of waste material that will takes place through any part of its body. But in case of complete digestive system, it starts from mouth and it ends in anus. The accessory parts of human digestive system like mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine as well as anus. These all are essential part of the digestive system. Main parts of human digestive system or main parts of alimentary canal. Then some other parts, that means they are not in the digestive tract or they are not part of digestive tract or they are not part of alimentary canal, but also they helps in the process of digestion. So likewise teeth, tongue, salivary glands, liver, gallbladder as well as pancreas, these all are known as the accessory parts of digestive system. That means they does not form the part of digestive tract or alimentary canal, but also they help in the process of digestion. Teeth helps to chew the food, then tongue, it helps to mix up the food with saliva. Then salivary gland, it have particular secretion that is known as saliva, which contain enzyme for the digestion of food. Then the liver means it's the largest gland, so it contains a particular secretion that is known as bile. Later I will explain the detail. Then the secretion from the bile, that is known as secretion from the liver, that is known as bile, and it is stored in gallbladder or it is a storage house of bile. Then pancreas that also form accessory gland or main accessory part of human digestive system. So this pancreas, it have two types of secretion. Pancreas, it secretes some hormones as well as enzymes. So all these parts together forms the accessory parts which helps in the process of digestion process in case of human beings. Like mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine as well as anus, they all are main parts of human alimentary canal or digestive tract. On the other hand, all these parts, especially salivary gland, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, all these are known as the accessory parts. They do not form or they are not in the digestive tract or they do not form the part of alimentary canal, but also they have another important function in case of the process of digestion. This is the figure which shows the human alimentary canal or human gut. Okay, human gut or human alimentary canal or digestive tract. And human digestive system or alimentary canal, it starts from mouth. Mouth means this is the opening for the intake of food. Then this mouth, it leads to esophagus. This tubular structure that is known as esophagus. Then it leads to esophagus, it leads to stomach, storage sac for food. J-shaped structure, sac-like structure that is known as stomach. Then this stomach, it leads to small tubular structure, coiled tubular structure that is known as small intestine. Then this small intestine, it joins with large intestine. Small intestine, it leads to wider part, more wider part. Small intestine, they are very small but length, they almost 7.2 meter long, but compared with large intestine, is more wider part. Large intestine having more wider part than small intestine. So it leads to another wider part that is known as large intestine. Then this large intestine, it leads to the end part of this large intestine or the last part, that is rectum. Then it leads to opening that is known as anus. So human digestive system, it starts from mouth and it ends in another opening that is known as anus. So through anus, the digestion process or the excretion or the expulsion of waste material or feces, solid waste material or feces, that it takes place through anus. So first part, that is mouth. Mouth contains tongue, then teeth, as well as salivary gland. So mouth consists of tongue, teeth as well as salivary gland. Mouth or another name that is oral cavity or buccal cavity. So the oral cavity or buccal cavity, it consists mainly of three parts, that is teeth, tongue as well as salivary gland. Then it leads to esophagus, long narrow tubular structure that is known as esophagus. When we intake the food or the ingestion of food that takes place through the mouth, then it mixes these teeth, it helps to chew the food or it helps to break the large component of food into smaller forms. Or teeth helps in mastication process or chewing process. Then the tongue, it helps to mixes that food material or that food bolus in with secretion from the salivary gland that is known as saliva. Saliva, that means a juicy substance that is secreted from salivary gland. So the tongue helps to mixes the food with secretion from the salivary gland that is known as saliva. Then finally, now this food that turns into a structure known as bolus. Now it is known as food bolus. Food bolus. So now this food bolus that is pushed downward to this muscular tube that is known as esophagus. Then just above the esophagus and just below the tongue, another particular structure is present, small tube that is known as pharynx. Then this esophagus, it connects this pharynx or connects this mouth with stomach. So this is a narrow muscular tube. Esophagus is a narrow muscular tube which connects mouth with stomach. So due to the movement, particular Vervi-like movement or due to this Vervi-like movement or due to the contraction of esophagus, the food bolus is pushed downward and it reaches to the stomach. Then the stomach is J-shaped structure. Stomach is a J-shaped structure. It is a J-shaped structure. It is a J-shaped structure which forms a storage sac or storage house for the food for some times. So now this food is reached to the stomach. Then further digestion process or breakdown process of food with the help of enzymes which present in the stomach that takes place from this region. Then afterwards, now this food or partially digested food, because digestion is not completed within the stomach, digestion is completed from the small intestine. So within the stomach only partial digestion takes place. So this partially digested food from the stomach, now it moves to another part of alimentary canal, that is small intestine. So further digestion process that takes place from the small intestine. That means with the help of digestive enzymes, the breakdown of complex food material like carbohydrate as well as protein and fat, that is further takes place from this small intestine. Then the finally absorbed or the soluble food, soluble as well as simple form of food that is absorbed from the small intestine. Because small intestine have some particular adaptations like small villus-like structure, that means small finger-like projections. Small finger-like projection which is present in, so this is a small finger-like projection which is present in the small intestine and this is known as villi or villus. So the small finger-like projection which is present in the small intestine, it helps to absorb the food particles. So small finger-like projections are present. So now this completely digested food in the form of fluid food that will move in between these small finger-like projection or these villi and this folded structure or these finger-like projections of the small intestine, it helps maximum absorption of nutrients. Okay, so this villi, it helps the maximum absorption of food because it increases its surface area due to its particular structure like a finger-like projection or due to this finger-like structure, this villi, it increases maximum area for absorption of nutrients. Then now this food or the digested food, from this digested food all the nutrients that is absorbed, then later on after the absorption process the substances or waste material that is passed to another part, that is large intestine. So from this large intestine, only the absorption of water from large intestine, absorption of water, only absorption of water will take place from large intestine. Rest of the absorption process as well as the digestion process, that is completed within this small intestine itself. Then the waste material, only the absorption of water will take place from the large intestine, and later on the solid waste material, that is in the form of feces, that is ejected or excreted out through another opening, that is known as anus. So this is about the digestive system or main parts of human digestive system. First part of the digestive system, that is mouth, oral cavity or buccal cavity. The main function of mouth, that is for the intake of food or food that enters in the mouth or oral cavity, or the ingestion process or the intake of food that it takes place through mouth. Then mouth contains some important parts, that is for tasting process, it contains tongue is present, tongue, that is for tasting. Then mechanical breakdown of food, that is with the help of teeth that present in the mouth. Then the secretion of salivary gland is present, and the secretion of salivary glands, that is saliva. Secretion of salivary gland, that is known as saliva. Saliva contains an enzyme, that is salivary amylase, which helps in the digestion of starch. So the main functions of mouth, that is first function, that is ingestion of food or intake of food, that it takes place through mouth. Then mouth contains tongue, teeth as well as salivary glands. Then the tongue, it helps to taste the food as well as it helps to proper mixing of this food with saliva. Then teeth present in the mouth, that helps in the breakdown of food or mechanical breakdown of food, large food particles into smaller ones. Then mouth contains salivary glands, and the secretion of the salivary gland, that is juicy secretion, that is known as saliva, which contains salivary amylase. And these salivary glands, they are three pairs. Three pairs of salivary glands are present. Parotid, first one, that is parotid. Then second one, sublingual, and third one, that is submaxillary. So three pairs of salivary glands are present in the mouth or in the oral cavity. One is parotid gland, then second one, that is sublingual, third one, that is submaxillary. So three pairs of salivary glands are present, and the main function, they secrete juicy substance, that is known as saliva. So it contains enzyme, that is known as salivary amylase, which helps in the digestion of starch. The teeth which present in the oral cavity or mouth, that helps in mastication process. Mastication means, in simple words, we can say that chewing. Okay, mastication process or chewing process, that means the mechanical process of breakdown of food, large food particles into small particles. So this process of breakdown of large complex food particle into simpler form, that process, it takes place by the chewing action of the teeth, and this process is known as mastication. And there are four types of teeth are present inside our buccal cavity. So upper jaw as well as lower jaw, upper jaw as well as lower jaw. So four types of teeth are present in both the jaws, upper as well as lower jaws. One is incisors, then canines, premolars and molars. So all these types of teeth, they mainly helps in chewing process or mainly helps to cut the large complex food particle into its simpler form. In case of human beings, there are two sets of teeth are present within their lifetime. So that is why human being or man is diphaedon. Di means two. That means diphaedon means the word meaning two sets of teeth are present in the lifetime of a human being. Two types of teeth or two sets of teeth. One set of teeth or first type of teeth, that is milk teeth. Then the second set of teeth, that is permanent teeth. So two sets of teeth are present in the lifetime of human beings. That is why man is said to be diphyodon. Diphyodon means two sets of teeth are present in case of human beings. So the milk teeth means that is mostly appear in case of babies, and they are almost 20 in number. So total number of milk teeth, that is 20, especially in case of babies. Then after a particular time period, after 6 or 7 years, then these milk teeth will fall off and another set of teeth are replaced by these milk teeth, and that newly formed teeth, that is known as permanent teeth. So it replaces milk teeth in later years. After 6 or 7 years, then new sets of teeth are formed, and the new sets of teeth are known as permanent teeth. And another important thing, these permanent teeth, they cannot replace if damaged. If there is any damage that takes place in the permanent teeth, any permanent teeth, then it cannot replaced. Only milk teeth is replaced by, later on the milk teeth can replaced by the formation of permanent teeth. Second sets of teeth, that is known as permanent teeth. Then it is total number of permanent teeth, that is 32. So two types of teeth, diphyodon. Di means word meaning two. Two sets of teeth are present in the lifetime of a human being. Milk teeth as well as permanent teeth. This is the figure showing 4 different types of teeth. One is incisors, then next to incisor canine, then next to canine to premolars, then next to premolars the last part that consists of molars. So these are the 4 different types of teeth, and the main function of these incisors, they mainly helps to cut the food. Then the canine mainly helps to pierce the food. Then premolars for crushing the food. After cutting and piercing, these premolars are mainly meant for crushing the teeth. The last set, that is molars, that is for grinding the food. So overall, all these 4 types of teeth, they are helps to cut as well as for piercing the food, as well as for grinding, as well as for crushing the food into simpler as well as smaller form. Another important part that present in the mouth, that is tongue. So the main function of tongue, that mixes and rolls food into tiny mashed up bits or tiny particle. That means now this food is converted into food bolus. So that tiny particle or tiny mashed form, that tiny mashed form of food is known as bolus, food bolus. So this is the main function of tongue. As well as this tongue helps to taste the food. Then it pushes the bolus towards the pharynx, and next to pharynx, esophagus. So it pushes the food bolus towards pharynx. Then next part, that is esophagus during the process of swallowing. This tongue contains taste bud. The main function of tongue, that is for tasting. So taste buds are present in different parts of the tongue. It helps to taste different taste of the food particles. Like this tip region. So this tip region, it is the main part or main site of sweet. The taste sweet. The next to tip region, next to 2 part, these 2 sides, they are mainly the site of salty. Taste salty. Then behind that, almost these 2 part, this green colored part, that is the main site of taste sour. Then the last part, near to this last part, that is the main site of bitter. So this is the figure which showing the location or the position of taste buds on tongue.